Hello. I am Jesse Coffee. Today we will be doing my Universal VHS and DVD collection. We begin with my MCA VHS tapes, the first 4 of which were released in 1980. The first 2 tapes I made myself. First is the MCA Videocassette, incorporated release of National Lampoon's Animal House. This was Universal's most successful film back in 1980. Number 66000. Next we have Psycho, from one Alfred Hitchcock. See it the way it was meant to be seen. Uncut. Every scene intact. This notice is there, I believe, because there was a heavily censored commercial TV edit of this film. Number 55001. This I put a print date at the top of June 2nd, 1982. June 20th, 1982. Next we have My Little Chickadee, a 1940 vehicle for Mae West and W.C. Fields. This has the original 1937 Universal Pictures logo. It has the MCA Home video labels and actually has the MCA Home video logo at the start instead of the MCA Videocassette, incorporated one. Number 55005. It was printed in April 11, 1986, which is right on my mom's 18th birthday. Now we come to the original 1932 version of Scarface, from Howard Talks and numbered 55007. It was originally released by United Artists, but somehow MCA got the rights to show it on DVD. This would prove important in 1983, when Brian De Palma made a film called Scarface with Al Pacino in it. The original version didn't have the line "Say hello to my little friend," but the remake famously did. This was pressed on MCA's behalf by Magnetic Video. The last MCA Videocassette, incorporated tape I have is of Raggedy Man, from 1982. It stars Sissy Spacek, fresh from her role in The Great Coal Miner's Daughter. There is no print date or week and year code in this title. Number 71103. This tape came from Videotape 1, 22323 Sherman Way in Canoga Park, California. Next we have my MCA Home videotapes. Firstly, Dan Aykroyd in Dr. Detroit VHS 80001. It's from 1983. This tape is in linear stereo, with the Dolby System logo occupying parts of the container. The tape was printed in March 16, 1984. Next is Jimmy Buffett, Live by the Bay, which is a concert from the great performer. Number 80332. Point. The end label and print date sticker were torn off by the previous owner of this tape. Now we come to a pre-1949 Paramount film, one of two that I have on MCA Home Video. This film is called Animal Crackers, and it has the count them four, Marx Brothers. It of course is noted for the sound array for Captain Spaulding and is number 55000. This tape was printed in February 27, 1986. It still has the MCA Videocassette Incorporated logo. Next we have Jesus Christ Superstar, a rock musical based on a Broadway stage production and directed by Norman Jewison. Number is 55002. This was printed in August 4, 1987. Yet another tape with 167 at the top. Next we have the 1973 Academy Award winner for Best Picture, The Sting, with Paul Newman and Robert Redford, number 66009. Be sure to watch the Oscars Sunday, March 4th on ABC. It was printed in March 7, 1986. This is another tape that retains the MCA Videocassette Incorporated logo. Next we have the winner of the 1929-30 Academy Award for Best Picture, All Quiet in the Western Front, number 55018. This movie was banned in France and eventually Nazi Germany, the latter ban occurring because the movie was anti-war. This tape was printed during the third week of 1991. It was duped with end label printings, so we all know what this cassette will have at the end. Next we have Rooster Cogburn, the sequel to Paramount's True Grit. This is possibly stemming from Albie Wallace's move to Universal at the start of 1970. This tape was printed in April 14, 1988. It has a week and year code of the 20th week of said year. Next we have a title from Gene Shalight's Critic Choice Collection, The Actress File. Universal had the US rights to this movie produced by the Rank Organization. Number 80518. This tape was printed during the 23rd week of 1989. Actually, that's the 16th week of 1989. It is one of the earliest tapes to come from Hollywood Video. Another title from the Gene Shalit Critic Choice Collection is the pre-1949 Paramount film The Great McGinty. The tapes from this collection had a description comprised of a review of the film by Gene Shalit, who was then the movie critic for the Today Show. In 2010, he retired from the job after almost 4 decades. Printed during the 3rd week of 1991, the release number for this is 80,595. Next we have got Pillow Talk, one of those Rock Hudson Doris Day romantic comedies that Universal made quite a lot of back in the late 50s and early 60s. This tape was printed during the 22nd week of 1988. This movie, 55122, was filmed in CinemaScope, and the whole picture in this VHS is deadlocked at the center of the screen. Next, we have E.T. the Extraterrestrial, MCA 77012. E.T. the Extraterrestrial is, of course, the movie that smashed box office records the world over through its original release in 1982 and through its re-release in 1985. However, for 5 years, the only way you could get the film on video was illegally. What happened, according to the tale, is, in some areas, people were becoming impatient at long delays getting it to their cinemas. Then an illegal group, realizing this, got hold of a copy of it for one night by coaxing a projectionist into forcing the film into a video by projecting it with a sound and video recording device. The resulting video was used as a master to run off many copies, which were widely sold illegally. The movie, Us, was the first, and certainly not the last, of many a major Hollywood film to be massively bootlegged. Meanwhile, MCA was defending itself against the giant Japanese Sony Corporation and its Betamax VCR. Sony won in one of the last great victories for fair use under copyright law. Sometime after it lost the case, MCA found that Steven Spielberg's masterpiece for Universal had been sitting on a shelf for 6 years after its original run. By 1988, one could walk into, say, Blockbuster, and couldn't find E.T. in the shelves but could find the movie whose box office records the Alien toppled, Star Wars left square bracket episode 4th right square bracket. It changed that on October 26, 1988. That day, E.T. was released on VHS and Beta with a $24.95 price tag, but cost $19.95 if you bought a can of Pepsi and got a rebate on it. The back cover of the November 1988 issue of The Guide to Home Videos has an ad for this which states that certain proceeds from the video, in either format, would go to the Special Olympics. It sold very well, belatedly, but definitely, ultimately making MCA $75 million. It was the best-selling video in MCA Home video. Printed in November 4th, 1986 and during the 46th week of that year.